Hello and welcome again to this edition of FI TV. I'm your host, Brad Swanson. We are coming to you from inside the Florida Capitol during the committee weeks leading up to the 2022 legislative session. I am joined by Senator Polsky. Welcome to FI TV.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you for having me.
All right, so everybody knows you're always working very tirelessly for your constituents. What are you working on this year?
So big priorities for me this year are gun safety legislation, as always, and I'm also working on a special elections bill that I think is really important for our time. But with gun safety, I have three bills that are really important. We need to ban ghost guns. That is homemade kits, 3D printed guns that are not serialized and there's no way to track them. So dangerous. So we need to eliminate those. We want to pass Jamie's Law in honor of Jamie Guttenberg, who passed in the Parkland tragedy. This way, ammunition also gets background checked, just like firearms. So it's important that ammunition, which can be used in a stolen gun, isn't allowed to be purchased by people who shouldn't be getting guns.
Yeah, those two, that's a lot of huge issues attacking such a large challenge in the state. All right, what else are you working on?
One more in that category is safe storage of guns. So this is the fourth year I'm working on it. It just needs to be tighter. There's no requirement that guns are locked up in the home, and I think that is essential because every day there is an accidental shooting, and it's just so dangerous. So I'd love to and by the way, all these bills do not infringe on anyone's right to lawfully own a gun, and that's the important thing. The other thing I want to talk about is the special elections bill. So I represent the area, some area that includes where Congressman Hastings presided over. And that election took way too long, almost like 9 months until we finally just decided the new congressperson. But now, because senators and representatives ran for those seats, they resigned. Those areas, almost 1 million people, do not have any representation whatsoever. There are people who don't have a state rep or a state senator in the Fort Lauderdale area. So it's really important that for special elections we set a deadline of when a governor, no matter what governor it is in the future, has to fulfill a special election. And I think that's really important for representation, and it's really unfortunate that there are many people who are going to be unrepresented this session.
Yeah, it's a fascinating wrinkle because you think about the amount of state representatives and senators who vacated their position to run. In my career, I don't think I've ever seen that many vacate so they could run. So it was an interesting wrinkle that revealed a fix that's needed.
Absolutely. And this was the longest period of time that any special election was held in, and it really didn't need to be that way. It shouldn't be political. It should be very quickly handled as soon as practicable by the supervisor of elections, and that just wasn't done this time.
All right, Senator, so let me ask you this question. So we know you work on a lot of very heady, very important topics, as you've just described. When you're not working tirelessly for your constituents, what do you like to stream? What do you like to watch when you're taking your mind off this crazy thing we call politics?
Well, I'm in the middle of watching Succession with my husband. We're on the third season. I was watching the morning show, and I like to watch on the plane.
Yep.
On my way up. It's like perfect for just 1 hour of viewing. I think I'm up to date on that. We watched a lot during the pandemic,
right.
for sure.
Right, you're all caught up. You've read the whole internet at this point, right?
Yeah, we did all of Shameless. We did Ozarks. I can't even remember all the shows.
I'm loving your answer. By far, you have the best answer in the most shows that you've named. And the morning show is one that a friend just told us, so we'll have to compare notes once we start watching that.
It's good. It's a little angry. It's a little unfortunate, but I've gone this far. I'm going to finish it.
Well, you've warned our viewers, so we're all on alert, but I'm still going to watch it. I'm going to buckle up and do it.
You should.
Thank you for coming on FI TV. Promise to come on again and tell us how all those bills are working.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for this episode of FI TV. For more great interviews like this one, make sure you hit us up on our social media feed. And for now, thanks for tuning in.